Hello YouTube and welcome back to another podcast back on the channel. We're back with top 10s. This time we're joined by it's a mod special today. We're joined by Mr. Jack.
Hello.
And Sprangles.
Hello.
Yes, we are back.
Also he's featuring a new plushie.
We've got Fat Gamer Bulbasaur now in chat. Is that in the chat? Yeah, so this top 10 is going to be a very, very interesting one because this one was actually YouTube said, yo, this is trending, you should do this as a top 10. So I thought, you know what? We're going to do it. Top 10 Pokemon that need an evolution.
Yes.
Not a mega, just either pre or either needs a baby form or gives it a bit of something better.
I've got to admit, I didn't even consider baby forms, so...
I did. I very much did.
I did it with mine, but a few people have, so that's why it's kind of spread out a little bit for this video. So we are 17 people this time, and we've got over 100 different Pokemon. Which, I did the math, so on everyone's list, they have at least 6 unique Pokemon.
Jesus Christ, on average.
On average, 6.
I mean, I'm not...
On average, only 4 Pokemon on your list will be voted by someone else.
I'm not surprised looking at my list. My list is so bad.
So
I'm looking at my list. I think from number 5 downwards, definitely no one's probably said.
So we got this from today. Me, H, ChatGPT as always, Strumpful, Reflect, Scoots, Hunt, Who, Shadow, Foss, Molly, Ryman, Alka, Guzma, Chris, Sprangle, and Jack. So we've got a kind of a variety of people today. So ready to kick things off with this absolutely wondrous list. Yes.
Sorry, did you say what?
I said, "Are we ready to go?" And then I just got aired.
I thought you just. I didn't catch the. Are you ready? I thought you just said, "Let's get on with it." I was like waiting for you to say something.
I was like, "Are you guys ready to get on with it?" And they're like,
"We're just like no."
No, I just thought, okay, I'll just wait.
It's like no, we're good.
Oh my days! Right. Anyway.
Right.
So kicking things off in joint 12th place.
Oh bloody hell!
Okay.
Which is
I see how this is gonna go.
A four-way tie in 12th.
Oh my god!
All these Pokemon got 18 points.
Wow. Okay.
It's out of
That's the bar. That's the bar that we're dealing with.
Yeah. Just for context, maximum points you can get is 170, and we're on 18. Right. So this is about
2 people liking a Pokemon. 2 people liking it is all it takes to get into the list this time.
Yes, it is, and we're going to start with the Pokemon that 2 people actually had third.
Okay.
Strumpful and Burley had it third. We're going to generation number 2. This Pokemon is very crap. I'm going to say crap. It's shit, right?
It's really bad. We hate it.
It's a grass type from Gen 2.
Oh, is it someone who's may have featured on our tag lock?
It might be. Yeah, it's Sunflora.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that. I kind of feel like everybody thought that Sunflora was going to get something in Scarlet and Violet, considering there's literally a whole area dedicated to Sunflora.
Yeah.
And then they just didn't do it.
They didn't even give it like.
Which now runs properly because of the Switch too.
He does run properly, but
so you can see the lack of Sunflora evolutions in 60 FPS.
Exactly. Perfect. The thing is with Sunflora is I could have just seen it like, you know, getting like, if it got fully evolved, just be a bigger sunflower and just be a stronger chlorophyll.
Yeah. I kind of just imagine, honestly, I kind of imagine if they ever do anything with it, it would probably get a regional form instead, which I thought would happen with Scarlet and Violet.
It might do the thing where it gets a regional form, like with Galarian Corsola and Linoon and stuff.
Yeah.
It's Obstagoon or a Cursor, or have something like that.
Gets that evolution that pushes it forward.
Yeah, because I can definitely see the argument though, because Sunflora is pretty bad. Let's be honest.
I don't think anyone's. I'd say even in Gen 2, I don't think anyone ever used Sunflora. Like back in Hulk. Yeah, because there's so many better grass poison types in Gen 1 and Gen 2.
Yeah.
Sunflora would never. Well, it's not even grass poison; it's pure grass, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh dear.
And also, don't forget, it also needs a stone to evolve.
It does need a stone to evolve.
Yeah, doesn't help at all, does it?
No.
No.
And you're stuck with Sunkern for ages. Sunkern's like even worse. Sunkern's arguably the worst Pokemon ever.
It's
arguably.
a fast Pokemon. The thing is, it's got one thing going for it. Sunkern's quite fast.
Yeah, but that's it. It's fast. It's gonna slap. It's gonna tickle you first, and then you just gotta kill it. Like
Yeah.
the weakest move ever. But yeah, so Sunflora, to 12.
Okay.
Tied with it. We'll go for the one where ChatGPT had it second.
Okay.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh boy.
We're going to Gen 3 this time.
Oh.
It's a normal type from Gen 3.
Is it by any chance Spinder?
I thought it was thinking Spinder.
It hovers featurely in a spin-off Pokemon game.
Oh, Kecleon.
Yeah, Kecleon.
Oh, okay.
Dungeon.
I strongly considered Kecleon. I feel like there are some. I feel like definitely with like gimmick Pokemon that are one-offs. It feels a bit more hard to imagine an evolution for them because it's the same thing I had with who was it? Chatot as well. Like there are some mons like Chatot where I feel like they've got like a very specific gimmick to that Pokemon, and so like giving them an evolution feels a bit odd. But I don't know.
Yeah, good.
So this is why I didn't have thingy in my list.
Yeah, because I was going through the Pokédex in order, saying so my whole reason was: is this mon terrible? First, if the answer was yes, I'd say does it need an evolution? Then I go, would it make sense for it to get evolution? Like, would it be a cool design, or would it just be forced? I kind of just eradicate those. Kecleon got that for me because I don't know how they'd make Kecleon bigger, and except just making it a bigger chameleon.
There's the thing it's like chameleons already kind of chameleons are its own thing anyway. Anyway, it's not like it's going to become like a crocodile or something. That'd be stupid.
Yeah.
I just didn't have it on the list at all because it being more of a gimmick. I wasn't expecting it to get one. It's like I didn't put Shedinja on the list because it's like that's a gimmick. It's not going to get one.
Yeah. So yeah, the only reason here because ChatGPT had it second. So
well done, ChatGPT.
Well, yeah, because we only got 10 points about it, and no one had it high.
Oh boy.
So do you want the Pokemon that someone had first and third, or the Pokemon that just had first?
Let's go with just first to start with.
Okay. Another normal type. That's quite a common theme with this list, a normal type. We're going to Gen 2 again. Back to Gen 2.
Okay.
Reflect had it first.
Okay, so it's not mine.
It was on... It did actually rank on our top 10 normal type video.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, Ditto, I have yet to watch that one.
It's fake fan. God.
It's
it
got high on that video. And I think me, Jack, and Nintendohawk banned it for being this high on that list. But
Furret. Okay. To be fair, Furret nearly made my list. It was in like my final ones to be in contention, but it's somewhere like 11 to 15 for me.
Alright, so when I look at my list, I realise I only have single stage mons. That's probably why it's not on my list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about whether to just do single stage, but I thought no, if something's only
double.
If something only has 2 stages, then I threw that in as well.
I
had enough Pokemon in my single stages where I thought, yeah, that's fine.
All I can remember is because I'm pretty sure you made the argument in the top 10 normal type video. You just said Linoon is just better, like that line is just better, and
it just
maybe
is.
giving Furret another evolution might keep it up to like Obstagoony levels kind of thing. Because it didn't make my list, but I did consider it because I thought, well, Furret could just become like just longer and just more even more adorable.
They definitely could give it an Evo to. This is why it nearly made my list. It definitely could do with one.
It does need one
thanks to now that Obstagoon has happened, I can see them actually doing it. Like they've now set a precedent where the Route 1 sort of rodent little shit thing can actually get an Evo.
Because Raticate's got the load form now.
The thing is, it got it because of its regional form. Does that mean we might get a regional form for it?
I reckon.
Maybe, who knows? I mean, I feel like if they were going to do that, I feel like the place that made sense would have been Galar, but
Yeah.
you never know. They don't really go by anything
They
resembling logic
don't go
over
by
at Game
logic
Freak,
anymore.
so.
Well, you
Yeah,
never.
logic doesn't exist with Game Freak.
Yeah,
Fine.
exactly. So
But
you never know. But
yeah, no, I respect the Furret pick. I nearly had it on my list.
I do respect it as well because it does make sense for a Route 1 for a Route 1 rodent. I think Furret's one of the weakest.
That and Watchog,
Yeah.
I think, are the weakest.
Well, it is. It's like
Raticate gets guts and stuff that buffs it.
yeah.
Bidoof is not simple, which again is very useful for it. Zigzagoon and that, well, they've got the regional form.
Yeah.
Bunnelby has
And
huge power.
the only one I think is weaker than Furret would be Patrat.
Yeah, I'd say Patrat Watchog is probably up there as well.
Patrat is weird because it's just literally outclassed by Lillipup in its own game.
It really is.
Like it's just really really odd. Like at least like Furret and Raticate or like Furret and Lynuna in different games. But like
you get two early normal types, and it's just Lillipup and Herdio just better. Even if you stop at Herdio is just so much better than Watchog. You don't even get Stoutland. It's just better. But yeah. So the last Pokemon joint with Furret, Kecleon, and Sunflora. I can't believe I just said.
Jesus Christ.
This is such a weird list already.
We're sticking with a normal type.
Of course we are.
We're going to We're sticking with Gen 2.
Of course we are.
Guzma had this Pokemon first. And someone sat here had it top 3.
Oh, would that be me?
Well, it ain't me.
It's Sprangle.
Is it a normal type?
It's Whitney's cow, Miltank.
Oh, the Miltank. This is where I'm about to have a rant about it.
Oh boy, okay. I'm strapped in.
Let's go.
Right, so I don't know why. To explain this to me, people have put certain Pokemon together.
They have.
As in both should have an evolution. Why the fuck have they not put Miltank and Tauros together? They're both single-stage cows. Yes, they are from different generations, but one's 100% male, one's 100% female. We could get a baby form.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. I've got to say again, I didn't consider baby form sort of making my list, but as soon as you said Miltank, I thought, I could definitely see a baby form for that.
A baby cow, yeah.
I can see. Actually, even on top of this, I can see a branching evolution path between the Miltank and Tauros line.
I can definitely see
I could definitely see them doing that. Yeah.
But why people didn't think of that is probably because they're both from different generations, unlike some other Pokemon that might appear on this list.
Yeah. I mean, my thing is just that I didn't consider baby Pokemon. If I had considered them, I probably would have also put Miltank.
Miltank and Tauros. Yeah, because some people had Miltank and some people had Tauros, and some people had one or the other.
I very nearly had Tauros on my list, but I got rid of it because we got the Paldean form.
Paldean form for it, yeah. But I can definitely see having a baby and then branching out.
Yeah, I can see this is the thing. This is why I can see the thing, because one's male, one's female, and there's no gender that's the only thing. They're all one gender.
Yeah.
You can get a baby form where it evolves based on its gender.
Yeah, it just kind of just makes a lot. It just makes too much sense.
It makes a lot of sense just to have that go into both of them, and even give both of them another evolution to put them on par with some of the other Pokemon.
Yeah, because I don't see many. You never see people use Miltank or Tauros these days.
No.
Not anymore, anyway.
Maybe you'll see the Paldean ones occasionally, but that's about it.
Yeah, Tauros was a menace in Gen 1 mainly because normal type was a physical move. Physical.
Just whack Hyper Beam on Tauros to win every time.
Whack Hyper Beam on Tauros.
Physical Hyper Beam.
Unstoppable.
Yeah.
But now they're both outclassed by so many other better normal types that are single stage.
Yeah. But yeah. So that was our class.
And that's why I feel like they should get. You should have a baby form that goes into both of them, and then them two being a middle stage for another Pokemon
cow.
evolution.
A bigger cow. At
A
the
bigger
front.
cow. Yeah. Bigger cows.
Yeah, but the problem with that is I can just see Eevee like Miltank wrecking freaking lives. That's the only problem I have with that. Miltank's fat enough already. It doesn't need an Eviolite as well to be even fatter.
Oh god, yeah, Eviolite Miltank, Jesus.
Exists for the Eviolite, so.
Exactly. But yeah, so because obviously Brown said about like people putting two together, I'm gonna say there was a couple that didn't make even the top 10, which was Solrock, Ludotone, which kind of makes sense because they're from the same generation as well.
Yeah.
They were the only ones, the main ones anyway, that people gave votes for both of them. It didn't make the top 10. So
fair.
But do you understand why I put the two together?
Yeah, I can understand it, but the problem is about 4 other people put them separately before you take yours in, so it's kind of like, what do I do here?
Those people need to be scrapped.
Yeah. It just, yeah. So that was our 12th clusterfuck. There. We now move on to the one in 11th place, just missing out on the top 10.
Okay.
This Pokemon got 2 points more than the other lot. H had it second.
Okay.
Someone sat here
How
had
much
it.
that's a good H?
And not H. Someone in this call had it third. Oh no, it's not Sprangles.
That's not me.
It's not Sprangles.
Okay.
I think we're Gen 2 again.
For God's sake.
Okay.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
Is this mine, perchance?
It is, yeah.
It is mine, okay.
It's Donphan.
Donphan, yeah. So this one, I ummed and ahed whether to include it on my list because Great Tusk exists, but then I thought, well, you know what? No, because before Great Tusk, I thought, why doesn't Donphan have an evolution? Like it feels like they should have done the same thing they did with Piloswine and given it an Evo in Gen 4. It feels like they should have done, and they just missed out.
Yeah.
And then, like, it looks like we got Great Tusk and Iron Treads. People are like, oh, we don't need an evolution for Donphan now. No, I still want one. Because,
they're
like...
We need one.
That's like saying with Iron Bundle and Delibird and Fluttermane and Mischievous. Like...
Yeah, like, I really want... Phanpy is one of my favourite Gen 2 Pokemon. I've wanted a Donphan evolution for so long. Like... It pains me that we'll probably never get one now because of the Paradox mons.
Yeah.
My thing is that the Paradox mons are so in a class of their own. Why doesn't Donphan have a third evolution to put it on the map?
Yeah, that is just it, because they Paradox mons kind of like, although they're not all powerful like legendaries, they feel like they're legendaries in a weird way, so it doesn't really feel the same.
I get that. I see that.
Like. So, I really wish we could just get a Donphan Evo.
People will argue against it because, we got Great Tusk and we got Iron Treads. Excuse me, Iron Treads is just trash.
Yeah, for starters.
For starters, Great Tusk is better, but it's Great Tusk. It's not.
It's a separate thing.
Yeah.
A separate thing.
If anything, I'm actually kind of sad that design went to Great Tusk, because whenever I pictured a Donphan evolution, that was always what I pictured.
Great Tusk.
Yeah,
and it's gone to like a mon that's not really an evolution.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
I didn't have it on my list, but that's because I've only done single stages. So, Pokemon have just themselves and nothing else. But
yeah. But yeah, I definitely see none of these mods are made by list so far, so great. But,
that's the first one that's on my list.
Yeah.
So
that was our 15 to 11. They're all honorable mentions. Now we get to the juicy stuff. Top 10. 10th spot. 2 more points more than Donphan. The Dutch boy who was supposed to be here had it top 3. He had it second. So he could give me an argument of why he had it second, because I don't see it. But it's from Gen 4, I believe.
Okay.
I do have a Gen 4 mon on here, but I doubt it's that one.
It's a psychic.
I don't have
Gen
any.
4.
Okay.
Oh, balls.
Chimecho. Or was that Gen 3? If I got it wrong.
That's Gen 3, and I do have that
That's
on my
Gen
list.
3.
Chingling
It
is
got
Gen 4.
Chingling
I got them the other way round. My bad.
Yes, Time Echo is Gen 3, and I do have that on my list in 8th.
For some reason in my head, I thought Chingling was like Gen 3, and I said, this is Shrek, we need an evolution for it, and they gave it Chimecho.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know
no,
why.
it's the other way around.
But that's fine.
Well, after Modern Gen 4, we got lots of evolution, like actual evolutions, and we got babies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Chimecho. I guess I'll argue the case for this then as well. I feel like Chimecho is really just a forgotten Pokemon, honestly. Like it happened. I don't think anybody remembers it at all. Like, if you go on to like, if you ever go on to like do one of those like name every Pokemon quizzes, like Chimecho and Chingling are always like one of the lowest ones because people just don't remember them. Like they're just there. They don't do anything, and it's such a cool concept for a Pokemon design, and they just kind of have done nothing with it. So like, yeah, I just wish they would do something like make it be like a full on like I don't know like a bell Pokemon or whatever. Because do we have a bell Pokemon?
Full set of wind chimes.
Yeah, full set of wind chimes. That's exactly what I was thinking.
It's only one wind chime at the moment. If we got a full set of wind chimes, it's just great.
Yeah, like there's a lot of potential there, and they've just kind of not done anything with it. So and yeah, Chingling did nothing for no one. Like I think Chingling might be one of the most forgotten Pokemon ever. Like
I mean, it was a meme for a bit.
If we did top 10 babies, I don't think Chingling would get a single point.
I don't think Chingling would make the list of top 10 babies. I don't think it would even be in top 15.
I don't think it would be. But yeah.
Yeah, I can argue as well. Chimecho does definitely need one. Because one, it's a very outclassed psychic type.
Yeah.
And two, it actually had an entire mission revolved around it in Lemons Arceus. You had to find the right house.
Yeah, exactly.
It has a whole mission dedicated around it. You're just thinking they could have given it an evolution there.
Yeah. It's Pokemon like Chimecho that make me really wish that the rumored sound type had ever actually happened, because that could have actually if that happened, that could have given Chimecho a thing that it was like.
Yeah, no, a lot of Pokemon would be so much better if they got the sound type, but because they're not given the sound type, a lot of them are just dunked into normal.
Like Chimecho, Exploud.
Chimecho's the one that didn't dunked into normal.
Yeah, Chatot as well.
Exploud, all that lot.
There's a lot that could benefit from that.
Meloetta.
Yeah, I don't think Meloetta needs to benefit, but certainly Meloetta would fit that type.
Meloetta's got 2 bloody forms.
Yeah.
I mean, sound fighting and sound psychics just sounds really cool to me.
But yeah, I think that ship has long since sailed, but it still would be cool if they had done that.
But yeah.
They won't ever add another type in because of how much Fairy shook it up.
Yeah.
But in fact, that wasn't 5-6 gens ago.
Unfortunately, Fairy was such a busted type. They will be too scared to add another typing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know with Nintendo. They'll do fucking anything they want. Game Freak. They don't care about anyone's rules. Right. Two more points more than Chimecho.
We're really not increasing that high, are we?
No. Guzma had it second. Ryman had it third. We may have already talked about it already, but it's Tauros.
Oh, Tauros, there we go. Okay.
There's the cow.
We have the male cow.
Fair.
As I've said, why they weren't put together, I'm going to strangle some people.
Also, why is Tauros above Miltank? That's what I'm saying. I thought it would be the other way around.
Yeah, I would have thought the other way around as well, if anything. Because again,
because Tauros is Gen 1.
And it's got
that's a good point actually. Yeah. But and also I feel like Miltank still at least has the whole thing of people used to think it was intimidating because of Whitney, so they're like, oh, it doesn't need an evolution, but actually it really does.
It really does.
It really does.
But I feel like Tauros again. I nearly put it on my list. I didn't because of the Paldean form.
Yeah.
That's why I don't understand why Tauros 1 is higher and 2 Tauros and Miltank just aren't together.
Yeah.
You put the two together at least, because at least then you might actually get something with the two of them.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Rather than having one of them get something.
Like if I whack Tauros and Miltank together, they would definitely play top 5 easily. But
yeah.
But I guess since Pete, some people did them separately, it wouldn't really be fair to whack them together.
Yeah.
Which is why it's just. But the thing is that you're more likely to get something if you bang two Pokemon that have nothing together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, to be fair, but yeah.
Them two are just the only two in my head that make a lot of sense just to be together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solrock and Lunatone, yes, they could have their own thing, but they were used in the Gen 7, not Gen 7, Generation 3, Gym 7, Double Battle, and they were a menace together. They don't actually need that much of a buff if you just put them together.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're designed to be together already, so...
They're actually more designed for double battles than singles. That's probably why it's not so high on the list.
Yeah.
But Miltank and Tauros aren't designed for double battles in mind.
No.
So it's more likely to actually get something with the two of them.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, that's that.
That's the rant
That's
over.
the Miltank and Tauros rant over.
That's the Miltank and Tauros round 2. That's over.
Okay, so we have a joint 7th now. 2 Pokemon with 25 points. They both have 1 point more than Tauros.
Okay.
With the older Pokemon, H had 3rd, but no one else had top 3.
Okay.
We're going to Gen 2.
Again.
Oh,
I know. I'm thought about to add some Gen 2 evolutions, but clearly not enough.
Clearly not enough.
Yeah.
It's a Ice type from Gen 2.
Ew.
Unless I've done a stupid and forgotten the gen again. It's got a paradox. It's got a paradox form.
Delibird Gen 3.
No, Delibird is Gen 2.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Delibird. Delibird.
I always forget Gen 2 and Gen 3 are so half often merged together. I mean, Skarmory.
This is another one like whoever it was earlier, who's like a gimmick that a Kecleon. This is another one like Kecleon. I'm just like, that Pokemon has very clearly got his own gimmick going on, so giving it an evolution just feels odd.
Yeah.
It's the Christmas Pokemon. It doesn't really need much else going towards it, really.
Other than making it a fatter penguin, I don't really see what much they can do with it.
And the thing with Kecleon is, at least with Kecleon, it is usable. Delibird is not usable in any circumstance.
Present.
Like, it is literally not usable. Why would you give it an evolution so it can continue to not be usable?
Exactly. No. The thing is, Present as well, its signature move. Present does 1, a random amount of damage, and 2, can just randomly heal your opponent.
Yeah, it can just heal your enemy. Like, it's awful.
I just feel like
it's so bad.
Because Iron Bundle's a thing, it kind of got an evolution, but not really.
I feel like Iron Bundle's existence is the perfect argument for why Delibird should never get an evolution, because Iron Bundle is literally there. It's the same concept, but just made into a robot and actually usable.
Yeah.
And the menace.
Iron Bundle's a freaking menace, man.
So yeah, I don't really agree with this one. I mean, like, they would just have to make it a fatter penguin, wouldn't they?
King DDD is fine.
King DDD, yeah.
Yeah, we just merged the Kirby and the Pokemon universes. It wouldn't change much for Kirby.
No. Exactly.
What they should do is the evolved form is in a sleigh being pulled by a bunch of Stantlers.
Oh, that'd be.
But the problem is, then we go in the argument: do you just give it an item that makes it so it's like the Calyrex rider forms?
Yeah.
Exactly, that's all you need for it.
You have that argument then if you're thinking, oh, it's going to get pulled by a sleigh but full of Stantlers. You could just give it an item.
You could, yeah. That's all Delibird needs. It is a special item, not an evolution.
That is the only thing that
but
it
joined
needs.
with Delibird, we have a Pokemon that 2 people had number 1.
Oh boy.
And
how many points is this?
25.
How many points does it have?
25.
Right, okay.
This is the first Pokemon that made my list.
Ooh, okay.
But I had it 10th.
Got it.
We're going to Gen 4.
It's not me.
Yeah, I have nothing Gen 4 on my list.
I have one.
This one makes sense to me. It's Combee.
Combee.
We've got Vespiquen for the females. Male Combee just there, chilling, going, hi, hello.
We could have such a... We could have male Combee actually get an evolution.
Yes, that's why it was on my list. We need a male Combee evolution.
I thought you said Kobe, like when you throw something. Kobe!
No,
that's what I thought you said.
Male Combee needs an evolution.
I was like, what Pokemon is he talking about?
No,
okay.
Male Combee needs some love, man.
Okay, so I can see the argument for this. I do also kind of like, just because of the real life thing with bees, that only the female Combees evolve into Vespiquen. I do like that's a thing because of how it works in real life, but I can see the argument because male Combee is just useless.
Exactly.
It's absolute trash.
It's absolutely terrible.
The thing is, even with bees anyway, is like if we take analogy from actual bees, Combee's actually just the form of the hive. If we have the male Combee evolve into an actual worker bee, then we have the excuse that, oh yeah, Vespiquen just evicts all of them at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Worker bees. I mean, bee drill's a thing. I mean,
we just pop it in the bee drill line.
I almost feel like for an evolution for Combee, if they wanted to do one for male Combee, they should have it be like Dugtrio or Magneton and have 3 of them all together.
Yeah.
Comb Trio.
Just have a big wall of Combees and you just like,
Yeah.
Biblically accurate Combee.
Like wishy-washy. Wishy-washy. There's one fish, and then when you evolve, when you get level 20, you get...
It turns into a giant swarm of Combees.
Yeah.
See, that actually would make sense. I would actually like that as an option for the male one.
Yeah, I mean, Vespiquen does... I'd say mainly only needs to make a boost in stats, really, because, well, it's Vespiquen. It's actually an alright Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a bug flying type, it's pretty alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got other flying types which are absolutely dog awful.
Like when I whacked in Kobe, I thought Salandit crossed my mind, but thought that's too male Salandit as well. Like with Salandit as well.
Yeah,
it crossed my mind, but I didn't make my list. I feel like that's a bit different than Combee.
I think that's a bit different.
Salandit's a bit different to Combee. It's a problem.
Yeah, I could see Combee working because of the whole idea of maybe doing like a swarm, like we said. I couldn't see male Salandit working.
No.
No.
Which is what I'm saying, because, just...
What would it just be? Would it just be a bulky Salazzle? That's the problem, because Salazzle just looks too sex appeal.
Just a thick Salazzle.
Just a buff Salazzle. Exactly. It's just
just the bulk alpha male.
Just a Salazzle with an 8-pack.
Yeah, that's all you need, right? That's all you need.
God.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is just going to turn into Incineroar bit by bit.
Yeah, that's the problem with the Salandit line. It's because Salazzle is too feminine / definitely on 2 legs. That the 2-leg Pokemon that certain Pokemon have a problem with.
Yeah.
Salandit would end up with the Incineroar treatment.
Just utterly horrifying. Anyway,
moving on. 3 points more than Delibird and Combee. We have a Pokemon that Alka had 3rd. And Foss had 2nd.
Okay, and what position overall is this?
Number 6.
Number 6, okay.
6. This Pokemon's from Gen 1.
Okay.
It was on my list. I had number 5 on my list.
I have nothing Gen 1 on my list, I'm just realising.
Actually, no, I have 2 Gen 1 Pokemon. One number 3, which we've talked about, and number 1, which I have not. I don't think it's this.
I had 4 on my list. And this was one of them.
Okay.
Jinx.
Okay, I considered Jinx.
Yeah.
I
did strongly consider Jinx because of the whole Electivire Magmar thing.
That was my argument, because Magmar gets love, Electabuzz gets love, Pinsir gets a Mega, all of that ilk of stuff, all got something. Jinx just got
Jinx just got a baby and that was it.
Yeah.
I feel like they didn't give Jinx an Evo in Gen 4 because they wanted to move on from Jinx and forget it existed, honestly.
Yeah.
I think that was right around the time there was that whole controversy around Jinx potentially being a bit racist.
Yeah.
Yeah. That might be why Jinx hasn't got anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're too scared.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can definitely see the argument for this, and it would make a lot of sense. I did consider Jinx. There were just ones I would have preferred.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it makes
my
sense.
problem is what's happening. Is Jinx going to end up having the God of War treatment?
No.
That's the problem. Is if he gets one, it might just end up like God of War, and we're like, oh great, that's another one.
I think Jinx's evolution should turn into an entire choir, a whole church choir.
Yeah, we should have something
all you
nice.
You came up to that just been just the same Pokemon,
Just all giant groups. Yeah.
We've had Kobe, we've had the Kobe War, we've had the Jinx choir.
And stuff like that.
I can just see it
I
becoming.
mean, yes, it's better than that than becoming furry bait. Like anything's better than that. So
the thing is, Jack, it's Game Freak.
I could just see it becoming like larger, being like an opera, like singer type thing, like a big like fat opera
like
singer.
like Pavarotti.
Yeah, like
it's Jinx.
Like when the fat lady sings, it'll be one of them type things.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely see it. So that's a fair shout.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
Just need
even look, Mr. Mime, because I'm looking at my poster now. Mr. Mime got obviously the Galarian form. Cypher got Sizzle, Electabuzz, Magmar, Pinsir. They all got stuff, and just Jinx is just sat in the middle.
Jinx is kind of left alone. Yeah.
Even Tangle's above it. It got Tango for God's sake.
Yeah.
King
You asked for a Tangler evolution, but we still got one.
Exactly. So it's so wild.
And it falls under the obscure evolution of it needs to learn ancient power.
But yeah, that was our 6th spot in 28 points.
Okay.
We now move on to 3rd spot.
3rd?
Yeah, freeway time 3rd.
Oh God!
For goodness sake! I still have only had 2 Mons on my list, by the way.
I've only had 2, and that's the ones I had joint 3rd.
Yeah.
I had Jinx and Combi. That's all I've had so far.
God.
Right. So joint 3rd with 29 points, 1 point more than Jinx.
Wow.
We're going to start with the Pokemon that ChatGPT had 3rd, and so did Hunt.
ChatGPT in what?
3rd. ChatGPT and Hunt had it 3rd.
Got it. Okay.
We're going normal type again.
Okay. Of course. Then he gets Gen 2.
Gen 3.
Gen 3. Wow.
Gen 3.
It may have
so my Gen 3 Pokemon it's not normal type, so it's not one of mine.
It may have came up in discussion before.
Oh great.
Is it Spinder?
It is indeed Spinder.
Yeah, okay. This is another one who nearly made my list, but I took it off. But I don't even know why I took this one off, to be fair.
It's not really a gimmick, it's just a confused bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only gimmick it has is got so many different patterns it can get. I just felt that kind of might be like
the only thing it has is patterns, and that's it. It doesn't really actually. It's not actually a gimmick Pokemon. It's just there.
It's just there.
I think if anything,
in its stats,
it wasn't so much because of the gimmick thing, or it wasn't so much that I didn't put it on. I think the reason I ultimately didn't put it on is because I just don't really know what they would do with it. Because we've had several Pokemon that are like rabbits or bunnies or whatever already, so like. I don't know. I don't really know what they do with it. Is the thing.
It's confused. Its main gimmick is that if we call it a gimmick, it's confused.
The confused.
Yeah.
I'm assuming what would happen is if you got one, it'd be building on that.
I reckon it'll just be a large.
Yeah.
Problem is, how do you make it more confused without making it drunk?
Yeah. I guess there are ways you could.
We have birds like flying around the top of his head.
Yeah, I guess there are ways you could do it, but like
there are ways.
I don't know.
I feel like again, it's like one of those forgotten ones for Gen 3.
Or maybe we go on the slacking route and we decide Spinder is we have Spinder. It's the confused one, and then its next evolution it actually goes normal.
Yeah, but it figures shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have it's a slacking line. Yes, they go back to being lazy, but in the middle of it, they have got the hyperactive Vigoroth.
So with this one, you've got the mega confused and dizzy Spinder, and then you've got the middle evolution is Stilda. They just stand still.
Yeah.
It just
That's
gets
it.
its life together. It's starting
Game
to
hire
file.
me.
No,
Hire
exactly.
fans.
Yeah, it's like it's one of the for me it's one of the forgettable ones from Gen 3, like Spinda wise.
Yeah.
In Gen 3, it's on the same route as Skarmory, which is another Pokemon that's forgotten that it's in Gen 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's on that route. It's on that route, and on that route, you'd rather have the Skarmory.
Yes.
Yes, 100%. But yeah, Spinda, third.
I'm glad we
Joint
got that
third.
high.
Wow.
Joint third. Right, moving on up.
What else? What else? Did you
Joint with Spinda is another normal type.
Okay.
Okay.
Shadow had it first. No one else had it top 3, but it got 29 points. So a lot of people
Okay.
had it, but not. Maybe 2 people had it. Or 3. We're going to Gen 4.
Yeah, it's not mine.
Okay.
It's another Pokemon with a gimmick.
Gen 4. Gen 4.
It's Chatot.
Oh, yeah.
Chatot. Okay. Again, I already kind of covered this, but like, I just feel like the gimmick Pokemon, it just doesn't make sense for me for them to have evolutions. I don't know, like
Chatot did make my list, but I can see it just becoming like a bigger songbird.
I can see it.
I can see it getting one.
You know, like a musical sheet, because Chatot's whole head is shaped like a musical note.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I can see it either becoming a bigger songbird or just being a line of them.
Yeah, it's like a double clef, and you just got like 2 Chatots connected by the.
Yeah, I can see that happening as well.
No, I can feel like a giant bird and have like its wings just be like sheets of music with like music on its like wings and stuff.
Yeah, I'll say that like when
actually now, Chatot doesn't have a gimmick anymore because they removed the chatter.
Yeah, true.
It's
so
no
it
longer
does.
Pokemon anymore. It's just a Pokemon.
Yeah, true. You know what? I didn't really think of that, but actually, if I had, I might have considered Chatot for my list.
Yeah,
which means he may have won. He may have won. Yeah, with that in mind, I think Chatot is a fair enough shout. I was going to say before we said that actually that like out of all the gimmick ones, I feel like Chatot is the one that feels least weird. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I could see it for Chatot more easily than I could for like Kecleon or like Unknown or something like that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, nowadays
it's outshined by Staraptor in its own gen.
Yeah.
So it's got one of the best normal flying types, and then there's Chatot. It's like, well,
yes.
great. I'm here as
it's
well.
Like a stupid little chirpy parrot that can just like go brap, brap, brap if you speak into your DS.
Exactly.
I'll say a bunch of slurs, which is why it was banned in competitive play.
Exactly.
You're a bitch. Like
sounds about right. So currently we have 2 Pokemon sat on the 3rd place podium.
Who sat on number 2?
Who sat with them in 3rd? The last Pokemon. Joint with them. This Pokemon,
I'm gonna guess it's a normal type from Gen 3 or 4 or 2.
It's not.
It's not. Wow.
Guzma had it 3rd.
Wow.
Reflect had it 2nd. H had it 1st.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh. It's
an electric type.
I had no electric type, so this isn't me.
I have 1 electric type, and it's certainly not the one I've got.
It's from Gen 3.
Is it fucking Plusle and Minun? Please tell me it's not.
It's a duo.
Oh, for God's sake.
It's Plusle and Minun.
You guys are tasteless. You're tasteless.
Oh, I need to evolve it to make it, like, neutral.
Utterly tasteless. Plusle and Minun are useless, and the only purpose they serve is to be a Pika clone, and apart from Pikachu itself, well, and Pawmi, I guess, the Pika clones do not have evolutions. This is the whole thing.
Right. So, also, I had this argument of why certain duo didn't appear on the list. Plusle and Minun are a double battle duo.
Yeah.
And in Generation 9, the first fight you have in that DLC of double battles is Plusle and Minun, and they can wreck your ass.
Yes.
I don't get this one because I just feel like they're so just utterly shit, and not in a way that you can be made good. They're just so bad. But I don't know. Like, I can see the argument why people would want an evolution for them to make them not shit. But the thing is, it's almost iconic how shit they are.
The thing is, right? They are arguably one of my worst Pika clones out of all of them, right?
They are the worst. Without question, they are the worst.
I can see Togedemaru getting one before it. I can see Emolga get one before it. I can see probably Pachirisu get one before it.
Yeah, 100%.
I can see Pachirisu getting one before all of them because of the fact it's had its run in the blooming championships.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I don't get it.
I don't get this one. I just don't get it. Like, they're just so forgettable. Like, they're just so...
And also a double battle duo that doesn't actually need it once they're together.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's the thing, is like, what do you do? Like, that is the thing as well. Like, if you have a joint evolution, like a branch evolution, which like they both evolve into the same thing, you lose the whole purpose of Plusle and Minun. Like, you lose the whole purpose of them if they become the same Pokemon.
But then you could just whack Eviolite on both of them and just go.
Oh, for God's sake.
Look, the Game Freak made the mistake of giving Duraludon an evolution so it could have Eviolite, and that Pokemon didn't need it in the first place.
Exactly.
Yeah, but to me, there are some mons, it just doesn't make sense for them to have evolutions, and like mons like Gimmick Mons and Pika clones, they don't make sense to have evolutions, with the exception of I guess Pawmi in Gen 9 has one and it works, but like to me this is the equivalent of trying to give Ditto an evolution. Like, what would you do with an evolution to Ditto? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like,
it'd make it a bigger blob.
I have a point. H on their list, put Ditto.
Why? H, why?
Well, Jack, you know what to do when you see H next.
No, this is wild, but yeah.
Genuinely, certain Pokemon just don't need an evolution.
Some people don't need it. Plusle is one of them.
Plusle don't need it, yeah. Exactly.
They don't need it. Of all the Pika clones to need one, they're the one that don't.
The least.
Yeah.
100%.
Give one to Togedemaru to let it at least stand out against Mimikyu, at least.
Yeah. You just be a fat hedgehog. It's great.
Yeah.
So, top 2. This is where I usually say, oh, guess what's here? I don't think you have a freaking clue what I'm about to say next.
There is a single Mon that I am pretty sure will have won this by a landslide. But that is all I can say. Like, I don't think it'll be second.
I can guarantee half of my list. So far, I've had 2 Pokemon on my list, and that's it.
You know, I think I know what has won, because I feel like people always talk about how this particular Mon does not just need an evolution or something. But I'm going to wait until we get to number 1.
Is yours a duo that deserves the evolution together, or is yours 2 separate Pokemon? Mine's on the same bloody thing.
I had Combi, which scraped my list, and Jinx.
I had Donphan, which I had in 3rd, and Chimecho at 8.
Right. I've had Miltank and Tauros, which are the 2 I had together.
So you've technically only had 1.
Technically, I've had 1.
Right. Move on up to 2nd place with 32 points.
Oh, we've shot up a bit.
3 points more than the 3rd place duos.
Okay.
Foss had it number 1.
Oh.
Who had it number 3? And I had it number 3.
Okay.
Right.
We're going to Gen 2.
Fuck off.
Why are we not surprised?
For me, I really... It's not a Pokemon I want to have one. I think it should have one. Lediad.
Okay, that is a fair shout. Right. I nearly had Ledian on my list.
I freaking love Ledian's design. It's just absolutely shit. I just wanted to give it
I'm 100% in the same boat. I think Ledian is one, in terms of design, I think Ledian is one of the coolest Mons in Gen 2, but it's so atrociously bad that you can't use it.
Exactly.
Like, which makes me really sad.
One just to make it shine in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does need
This was my Ledian was my number 11. Like, it nearly made my list. It got shoved off right at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I can. Let's admit, if you're having a bug type in Gen 2, you're picking Heracross.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're never picking Ledian.
And then Heracross
And
gets Mega as well.
at least if you can't get Heracross, at least you can make Ariados work. Or you can use Shuckle, or you can use, like, Scizor if you can get your hands on it. You can't use Ledian.
I swear to God, if Shuckle's number 1, Shuckle does not need one with its defenses as high as it is.
I don't think Shuckle's number 1. I think I know exactly what's number 1.
But if Shuckle got number 1, I would be throwing a fit because it doesn't need it.
But Ledian is a good shout. I think that's a very, very fair one.
Top shout, because it gets the ability which
Comet Punch.
It gets the ability where punching moves do more damage, but it has like it has like 2 attack, so that's like great.
Yeah, so it's kind of useless.
The only thing it's got is special defense, but it's a bug type.
I can see where it's like it's bug flying at the moment. I can see it getting evolution. It becomes bug fighting.
Yeah, but I think that would make a lot of sense for it, honestly.
I'll just up its attack, please.
Yeah.
Ledian is not the typing for a special wall. It's just not.
Yeah.
No. Again, it learns the screens as well. It learns all the screens.
The only time
it could be really good if they give it an Evo.
The only time I've seen Ledian ever used competitively is whacking screens on it. And then baton passing. The only useful is got baton pass and dual screens. That's it.
Yeah, just give it some attack and some speed, and it can be like a little punch machine.
Yeah, exactly.
It can have like Comet Punch and like Dizzy Punch and all that kind of fun stuff.
All it needs.
Yeah.
And all it needs is give it access to all the punching moves and give it the evolution into a fighting type, and you're sorted.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. Game Freak, give Ledian love, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, number 1.
Okay, so what is the point gap here?
9.
9 extra points.
41
points. I feel like the one thing I felt quite confident about going into this is that a specific Pokemon would be number 1, because I feel like it is a meme that everyone says this Pokemon should have an evolution. So I'm very curious to see if I'm right.
So, no one had it first.
Okay.
Reflect had it third. And someone in this call had it second.
Yep. It's mine. 100% it is mine. 100% it is mine.
It's not Sprangles.
It's Sprangles. Are you kidding me?
It's not Sprangles.
It's Smeargle.
It's not Sprangles.
It's Smeargle.
Not Smeargle.
It's not Smeargle. I can confirm it's not Smeargle.
I was going to say, I thought that's second.
It's not my second. I had Fearow second.
Yep. I knew it. Number one. I knew this was going to be number one. Any day of the week.
Some people say Aloma Momola should be its evolution, but it's not. It's Love Disc.
Oh, it's Love Disc.
Love Disc. Yeah.
I had this number 7.
I had it number 2. I mean, you said obviously.
It's not on my list.
This is the one Pokemon which, as soon as you told me this was the list, I knew this was going to win. Like, straight up, I knew this was going to win. Because, like, the one Pokemon that it's always been a meme that, like, why does this Pokemon exist? What does it do? Is Love Disc. Like, it does nothing. It's utterly useless. It serves no purpose. It does nothing at all. The only thing it's good for is heart scales. That's it.
Farming, that's it.
You mean you don't want to have that speed stat that's faster than Sharpedo?
And then do nothing with it.
And then do nothing with it. Exactly. You can't do anything.
It had like 120 special defense, but you can't do anything with it.
You might as well fucking give that speed to Smeargle. It can't fucking do anything.
Yeah.
Like, give it to Delibird with its present. Like, great. Fucking brilliant.
Also, Jack, just for context, before you gave me your list, this was tied with Ledian for first spot.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I knew that. Like, I knew this was going to win. I'm honestly surprised it wasn't more of a landslide. Yeah. But, like, yeah.
It's funny. I was going through mine. It never made my list because I may or may not have confused things.
Did you think Aloma Momola was...
No, I didn't do that. No, I was scrolling through the list of Pokemon that didn't have an evolution and just didn't see it.
Just did missed out Love Disc. Nah, fine, bye. That's just fair.
I didn't see Love Disc, but I did put a different Gen 3 mon on my list.
Yeah, I think for me, like, I think people already knew that Love Disc was like, what is the point of this thing? It's useless.
Yeah.
Then we got, like you said, then we got Alamomala, and people are like, why does this exist? And it's not an evolution of Love Disc. It doesn't make any sense.
It's just a giant pink fish which looks exactly like Love Disc, which is just bulkier.
Yeah. Oh, my camera's died.
Jack's camera's died.
Oh dear.
There we go. We're back. Yes, no, like we literally have Alamomala, and it's not a evolution of Love Disc. It makes no sense to me at all.
Exactly.
Okay, just that is the thing of a list. I only have one of my places that ever made it into the list. That is impressive.
The
rest of them are all unique.
I have 4 now because of the top 2.
Like I have just like looked up on Google like about like Love Disc not having evolution. I found a graph which literally demonstrates that Love Disc is outclassed by Squirtle. By Squirtle, not Wartortle, not Blastoise. Squirtle is better than Love Disc.
Let's go.
Big up Squirts, man.
Like Squirtle has better base stats. Squirtle can use an Eviolite. Squirtle actually has coverage moves. Like Squirtle, like like what the fuck? What is the point of Love Disc?
Oh, God.
What is the point?
The point of it
doesn't even have a gimmick.
It doesn't even have a gimmick.
The only thing is, it does have a gimmick. It's just not a battle gimmick. It is, this Pokemon is a symbol of you should get married.
Give me heart scales. Give me heart scales so I can farm moves for my better Pokemon. Thank you.
It's just this fucking Pokemon. Like, why? Just why?
I don't know if...
Why is it...
I don't know if Gen 3 wants the award for the Pokemon that needs the evolution the most award, but it has got...
This is not a good award to get, but Gen 3 got it. Gen 3 went and fucking got it.
Gen 2 nearly got it, because there were so many goddamn Gen 2 Pokemon on this list, man.
Jesus Christ. So what are the standings now, then? Is that Gen 3's second win?
Gen 3 has got Metagross. I think just Metagross. No, yeah. Who won Gym Leaders again? Blue. That was Gen 2. Yeah.
Blue, yeah.
So I think this
should have been Larry.
This is Gen 3's second win. It's had Metagross and Love Disc.
Metagross and Love Disc.
2 polar opposites.
What a duo.
What a duo.
They're more iconic duo.
Really powerful supercomputer of a Pokemon that is considered a pseudo-legendary, and then you have Love Disc.
Yeah.
And then you have Metagross.
Yeah.
Exactly. So on my list, which didn't make it, I had Combi 10th, which we talked about. I thought this Pokemon would get a Prevo, Furfrou, like a baby, like a puppy kind of thing. A baby Furfrou.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can see you getting a second... actual evolution as well, because it's generally just a middle stage, really.
Yeah. I had Noctowl as well, because I just thought that's like one of the worst starter birds, and then you got 2.
Yeah, that nearly made my list.
Had Love Disc. I then had Mighty Aina. I feel like, again, that needs something. It's kind of terrible.
Yeah.
Mighty Aina is the problem, because you've got it as a hyena, and that's about what it is.
Yeah. Then I had Jinx, and I had, in 4th, I had Golduck.
Yeah, no, that needs it.
I considered that.
Yeah.
I considered Golduck.
I had Ledian 3rd. I had Fearow 2nd, because again, I said this in the mega video we did. Fearow needs something, man.
Fearow needs something. Hopefully it'll get a mega or something. Yeah. Like, it needs something.
And also, I don't know if I thought my list wrong here, but I put Eevee first, so I just feel like we need another evolution.
We do not.
I wondered if people were going. I wondered if people were going to do that.
Yeah.
We don't need one, because one, Game Freak have already said, hey guys, you've made too much fan art, so now we can't actually make one. Well done. And 2, the other half of the types, we could just have a different Eevee Pokemon.
Yeah,
we could do one. The only thing I don't feel like we need or will necessarily get another one. The only thing I think maybe would make sense is to do a dragon type one, so you've got all of those like original special types. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, just give us a dragon and we'll be done with it.
Yeah, no, it's just, we don't need any more EVs.
We got Gen 1,
Even
got
I
Gen 2,
wondered
Gen
if
4, Gen 6.
it is.
Yeah. I wondered if anybody was going to put that on their list, but I didn't really consider it, to be honest.
Literally only me and H had it on the list.
Yeah.
If I EV, I just don't. I just think it's got too many. It doesn't need another one.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like when I made my list and so everyone else didn't have it, I was like, oh, I might have thought of this wrong here. But yeah. So.
But that's your list. So I had my list is just all over the place. I just picked anything that I thought could have been cool to have an Evo.
Yeah.
Number 10, I had Mag Cargo.
I can see it.
Like, I just felt like that.
We need one.
I felt like that could have been a pretty cool thing. Yeah. Number 9, I had Bennett because we got Dusk Noir, but we didn't get anything for Bennett.
We got Mega Bennett.
Apart from Mega.
We got Mega Bennett, but that's not the same.
Mega Bennett is not great. Exactly. I'll say that.
Number 8, I had Chimecho. Number 7, randomly, I had Bolton. I don't know why I put Bolton. I just feel like that could have a cool evolution.
It could have, because I feel like after each generation, no one ever thought of Bolton ever again.
I never thought about it, and I always thought it was quite a cool little design. It could have had a really cool like Luxray style final form, but
it's because people like Yamper so much. They don't. Yeah. If you think of that Pokemon line, you think Yamper, not Bolton.
Yeah. But I had that 7. Number 6, I had Druddigon.
I feel like it does need it because all the dragons in Gen 5, like Haxorus and
just outclass it.
Just outclass it every single way.
Yeah. Number 5, I had Whimsicott. I felt like that could have a really cool final evolution. I just have this image in my head of something like really like cool and like fluffy and like I don't know.
I can't see it for Whimsicott with its sheer usage in like competitive.
That's fair. To be fair, I know next to nothing about competitive, so I wouldn't really consider that. But that's fair.
He's one of the best prankster users in the format because he gets Tailwind.
Fair enough.
And it got hard off Fairy type leader as well.
Number 4 is a Pokemon that I would argue is one of the most useless Pokemon and forgettable ever. Minior. What the fuck is this thing? Why doesn't it do anything? Like
that was on my list.
Like Minior number 4. Like what the hell is it? Like let it do something, please. Number 3, Donphan. Number 2, Luvdisc. Number 1, I'm amazed that this didn't get a mention. Carbink. I know Diancie exists, but like I got a Carbink in Pokemon Y. I was so excited about like it evolving. So this is gonna evolve into something really fucking cool when I got it. Kept leveling it, nothing fucking happened. I was like, what the hell? What is this? Like, there's clearly some kind of cool lore here because Diancie is like obviously linked to Carbink. Why doesn't Carbink have its own evolution? Like, come on.
Exactly.
It could be like a whole. It has its own like male form. I say male form. They don't have a gender, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know exactly what. Yeah.
Pink princess. We could have, you know.
Like we could put soldiers type thing for Diancie as the queen or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They could do a thing of like instead of like some kind of like special like pink diamond that Diancie's come from, it could come from like a regular diamond and turns into like a Carbink evolution. I don't know. Yeah. Like there's ways they could do it. I just don't know why they haven't because it looks like a mon that is going to evolve and then it just never does.
Right.
It'd be like if Togepi never evolved. Like it makes no sense.
Right, so my list.
Yeah.
Number 10, we have Bruxish.
Bruxish, oh god. Make it even more ugly. Are you picturing an evolution or a baby form?
An evolution.
Oh my god.
Because it might be quite strong already. I think actually generally it's quite strong already, but it just needs something to make it stand out and think, oh yes, I'll actually pick it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Number 9, Minior. I can see because it's a fallen star. I can see it becoming like a bright star.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Number 8, Klefki.
I can see that.
That's a good shout. I considered Klefki quite strongly.
Yeah, because it is just a set of keys, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could add something to that.
It did make our mega video, but I can see it getting an evolution as well.
Yeah.
Right, Ted's not going to be happy with me for number 7, but Durant is getting mentioned again.
The thing is,
another one that I did consider Durant as well.
I feel like if Durant gets one, Heatmore should get one as well.
Yeah, that was why I didn't put Durant. Because of the Heatmore thing.
You know,
I nearly put Zangoose on mine, but I thought, well, if Zangoose is going to get one, Viper's probably going to need one as well. I don't think
that's what I mean.
one.
It's like it's a rivalry, really. So you really should get one. But number 6, Maractus.
Again, I can see
That's a good shout.
Number 5, it used to be great, and then Fairy type come around. Spiritomb.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
I can see it becoming like a massive haunted figure or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
It's got like 108 spirits in it. You've got to do something with them 108 spirits.
It gives off Zycube energy.
Yeah. Number 4.
The thing is, I kind of imagine it being something. I kind of imagine the evolution looking something similar to how like Runerigus looks, kind of like kind of like a big like spirit thing, or like rocks, or like floating in it, or something.
All right, so number 4 we have Torkoal.
Yeah, that is a good shout.
I know it's used a lot in competitive as a sunsetter, but now that restricted Pokemon are allowed again, there are better sunsetters out there than him. And he just needs something to make it better.
Yeah.
So you don't do a whole, oh yeah, here's my sunsetter, I'm going to put eject button on it and use overheat.
Yeah.
So it just immediately comes out the fight again. What's the point of it? You want to use it. Well, we know number 3 is Miltank Tauros. Number 2, I had Smeargle. I don't know why I put it up there, but it's there.
Yeah.
And I just think either it could get a baby form. I could see it having like a little painter, like you have like just like a little painter, and then it becomes like an artist as it evolves further along.
A little baby with paint on its fingers.
Like finger painting. And it goes to like your normal painting. It goes even to like higher to like your masterclass painting.
It evolves into like Van Gogh.
And then number 1, why this hasn't got a pre-evolution yet? I want to know why. Kangaskhan.
Yes, that is a really good one.
Duo
Kangaskhan
Mega baby comes out
needs a baby. It needs a baby form.
Literally is baked into the design. Like, why doesn't it? Why isn't it there?
Why doesn't it have a baby form? And then we can stop having the people say, "Oh, Cubone is related to Kangaskhan." No, it's not.
Put that to bed.
Exactly.
Yes, it does come to the Pokemon in Generation 7 when it does a distress call, but that is due to the fact Kangaskhan has motherly instincts.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're going to tell me, oh yeah, Mandibuzz is related to Cubone. No, Mandibuzz comes over to Cubone because it wants to eat it.
It does do that. Before we end this,
it's one of them that I think, why hasn't it got a baby form yet?
Yeah, that is a really good shout.
Kangaskhan in general doesn't need an extra evolution. It just needs the baby form to make it more sense.
Yeah, it just needs a baby. Yeah. But yeah, ChatGPT's list.
Oh, great.
Actually, most of their list actually made the top 15, to be fair.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. So in 10th spot, they had Sunflora, which we talked about.
Right.
Ninth, Ninth had Plus or Minor.
Get fucked.
8th, they had Love Disc.
Okay.
7th, didn't make the list, Tropius,
oh boy. I can see a baby form happening.
I can see it getting a baby form and then just upping the stats of Tropius.
Yeah.
Give it that Tropius that boost and give that baby form, and then you got that sort of sorted.
Yeah. 6th, Delibird, which we talked about. 5th, Chatot, which we talked about.
Yeah.
4th, Cast Form.
No,
that's another gimmick one. I don't really see it.
Give it a Sandstorm form, and then we're sorted.
Yes.
Cast Form nearly made the top 15 by a point, by the way.
Wow.
Spinder 3rd.
Right.
Kecleon 2nd.
Right.
And number 1 didn't make the top 15. Carnivine.
I did consider Carnivine.
I can see a Carnivine one at least. I can see that.
You can see because Carnivine again, it's just kind of just like
it's a Venus flytrap. It needs to start as either something smaller or become an even bigger Venus flytrap.
Yeah.
Something with multiple heads.
It's just forgotten. It really is. It's just
until you play as a Darkius, and then it becomes a menace to you in society in general.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? For once, I feel ChatGPT's list is not too grossly offensive. Like, that's a
Yeah.
fairly reasonable list for the most part.
Exactly.
Apart from plus or minus.
Yeah, but they're possible like near the bottom. Like, you know, if it was like top 5, then you can go, ah.
Yeah.
But I had it ninth.
Yeah, genuinely, the fact that only one of my top 10 made the list.
Yeah, I had
this
3
is a
of
very
mine.
sporadic list.
It's very all over the place. Yeah, I had 3.
And we have 7 Pokemon with 1 point before we end.
Damn.
Bruxish, 1 point.
Yay!
Quillfish, 1 point. I mean, we've got Overquill, so
No,
that
Quillfish
doesn't
doesn't need one.
Quillfish literally has one.
Finizen
It has one
one.
now.
Dolphin Boy has got one.
It doesn't need one.
Ariados, I guess, does need one, kind of.
Yeah, I can see that one becoming a massive spider at some point.
Ninjask.
No.
Doesn't need it.
Spidops.
It doesn't. 1 doesn't need it. 2 is part of a gimmick.
Spidops.
I guess.
And H is number 10. Snorlax.
Snorlax.
Yeah, Snorlax needs an evolution, guys.
That is the worst pick on this whole list.
Right.
Why Snorlax the evolution?
Snorlax has the stats where it doesn't need one. It's a standalone and it's powerful. It just doesn't need it.
Terrible pick.
Right. Do you want to, before we end? Do you want to tell your H's list before we end?
On normal types, Kangaskhan is the one that needs it the most because Kangaskhan doesn't actually have the stats to stand out.
So,
all right, yeah, let's make kind of H's list
we'll
really
end on
quick.
H's list and we'll go from there. So they're plus or minus number 1 because they're a loser, right? Donphan second because it's their favourite Pokemon. Delibird third.
No.
Ew.
Thorret fourth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shuckle fifth.
Shucklefoot, no. Go die.
I reckon.
Go die.
The only thing I can give it is they could be a baby Shuckle. That's all I can give it. But other than that, no.
It just doesn't. It's stats. It just doesn't need it.
Doesn't need it.
Yeah. EV sixth. I can't. I had I had it first. So. Lapras seventh.
Baby form, I could see. Baby form would be nice.
I don't know.
My boy Ditto in 8th.
No, God no. What the hell? No.
Sudowoodo 9th?
No.
Nah, no, that doesn't need one.
Either. It's meant to be a fake free. It stands out as a fake free.
Snorlax 10th.
Just fucking Snorlax, that's such a bad pick.
This is the
Sorry,
H. This is the first Pokemon list H has sent me in like forever. This is the first list H has sent me for a Pokemon one in like.
This is why we don't go to H for Pokemon lists.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was our top 15. To go over what we had in joint 12th, we had Thorret, Kecleon, Sunflora, and Miltank. 11th, we had Donphan. 10th, Tromeko. 9th, Tauros. Joint 7 was Delibird and Combi. 6th was Jinx. Joint 3rd was Plus or Minus and Chatot and Spinter. Second was Ledian, and number 1 was Love Disc. So
the memes.
Exactly. One of the shittest lists ever.
Very bad list, but another victory for Gen 3. Gen 3 is starting to take a lead, I feel.
I think so.
We'll have to do some numbers and work it out.
I'll do numbers to work out, but I think it's 1, 4, and 3 are up there near the top. I do believe that 7 and 9 are still the only ones without. No, 6 and 9 are the only ones without a win, and 8.
Gen 9 should have won for Larry last time. Yeah. Larry should have won.
He's going to win for his next video. I believe it's either going to be top 10 Dark or top 10 Poison, not decided yet. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.